Black match, Bray Wyatt
This was
versus LA Knight.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was okay, so at first I just want to talk about when they were coming out, right? So LA Knight in neon yellow.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone knows this, but he's like one of my husbands. I'm like currently obsessed with him. So him in yellow with like a nice fresh tan, hair on fleek, as the children say. He looked really good. And then it made more sense once they had the black light, because then it was neon. And I was like, oh, because like he hadn't worn yellow that we had seen yet. It was like black and red is like what we kept seeing. So I was like, oh, that's really cool. And Bray was almost having himself a heel Randy Orton moment with how long it took him to get to the ring. I was like,
Oh my god, it was incredible.
I
It
mean
was the
his
entire song.
yeah, but it was just like literally what we were just talking about, like the Undertaker taking forever to get to the ring, and I was like, now Bray Wyatt's like,
Yeah,
LOL,
the
it's my
torch
turn, and
has
I was
been
like,
passed.
okay. I felt like the match was interesting. I mean I liked it, but I felt a little like, I wouldn't say disappointed, but I was like, I think I was kind of hoping for more. But the ending again
And
furthered the
that's what
storyline. And then of course Howdy, I want to know who Howdy is, because
Dallas.
he messed up. He like completely missed LA, and I'm just like,
No,
you
I
had
think
one job. You had
no.
one job.
I think that's going to be his new move. It's a spinning elbow drop.
No, but he missed LA. So that's what I'm saying. He literally missed him when he jumped off. He did not hit. He like barely got him, is what I'm saying. It's like you had one job. You were up
Yeah,
there
but
for
I
how
think I
long?
don't think he was trying. Okay, I think he was trying to play it safe and just like played it way too safe.
Yeah, well, because it was obvious to me that he missed, and it was obvious to a lot of
But I
people
think
that he missed.
when
But
don't you think that could be his move, a spinning elbow drop?
I mean, maybe it kind of looked like he just like flopped. Like he was just like, I'm just gonna I'm gonna spin and turn around and fall.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like
the point of
something.
it was just to like I don't know. I don't know what it was. I'm honestly not even counting it as a wrestling move because I felt like the plan there was just like, all right, Howdy's gonna fall into this abyss and Bray Wyatt is gonna just pop up and the ending shot will pop up and then we'll transition into a commercial about the WWE shop and move on with the next. We'll move on with the pay per view.
How do you feel about Howdy being there?
It
Like,
was awesome.
how do you feel about him like becoming physical?
I like him becoming physical because you do as much as I do give wrestling fans credit nowadays, they're still not all there. So the whole
You
element
mean
of this,
for
like,
for my theory?
I think your theory is spot on. I really do.
I really
Um,
wished that that's what it was,
no,
and I
it's
guess
something along those lines for
it
sure.
still could be. I guess. Um.
No, and then but because here's the thing, you have the. This is why I am going with your theory in a way because they had the puppets back. They had the Firefly Funhouse friends there personified in mascot costumes. Like we're going to get a lot of that. They're not going to be wrestlers, okay? They might be like the indie people or the younger guys that pop
Yeah,
up
yeah,
and
yeah.
try to get a rub for the show and
Well,
whatnot.
it's just like the fake security that they have is always indie
Exactly.
wrestlers, so they can take bumps.
Yeah,
It's like it's the same
it's
thing.
so funny when I see Limitless people or whatever like get in there. I'm like, I know you're not a security guard.
No, I know. Well, and it's just like, how often do you find like a 6'5" security guard that's like jacked? Like you don't
Yeah,
like that you go and hire from like a private firm is what
Yeah.
I mean. It's not like that does not happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I get that. That's why I really love this whole character of Bray Wyatt is because this is like and I'll transition kind of into this point with LA Knight losing and literally being buried into an abyss in a way. And you have the Twitter trolls out there and they're like, oh, LA Knight, they're burying him. It's like, are you kidding me? You put
No.
anyone in this against Bray Wyatt, and he's gonna do the exact same thing. LA Knight is so over with everyone, and he can take this loss and still like go after a guy like Ricochet or someone in that like right about to be a mid card champion. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I just think it's not a big deal that they did that. Like it was for the story. This was about Bray Wyatt, not LA Knight. and that's where the difference is.
I am wondering if the ending means that they wrote him off TV for a bit. Like, are we not going to see LA for a couple weeks because he's going to be like pretending he's incapacitated?
By
I
like
mean,
a couple of weeks, what do you mean?
But see, I wouldn't be surprised if it's maybe just one. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not at all, though, because it was like
I wouldn't either. Yeah,
he wasn't set on fire. Like, he just had a guy jump off, which is not something that we haven't seen
he wasn't set on
before. It
fire.
wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't engulfed in flames, and then we're gonna be like, oh yeah, he's got third-degree burns over 50% of his body. He's gonna take a few weeks to come back, because it's wrestling. His burns will magically be gone.
Oh my
Um,
god, yeah.
yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not at all. And I wonder if this is just like the end, like if this is just the end of their feud
This
and
is
we're
the
just
end of
done with
the
it.
I agree.
Um,
I
but
would.
I'm very excited about LA Knight, and I know I'm so obsessed with him right now. It's like actually
I'm
insane. Like
so
Chris Van Vliet just did an interview with him. I watched all 30 minutes. I'm just like I just sat there and watched all 30 minutes like it was a television show. I was just like listening to everything he said, and I was like,
he's so intelligent.
and he's so good looking.
I mean, that's
I
what
mean,
I mean. Yeah, he is.
yeah.
He's very
That's
good looking. Yeah.
He's very good looking.
I mean,
Um,
it's just
yeah.
incredible what
He's just
he.
this is the thing that bums me out though, right? And I guess I can't be super bummed about it, but what is so crazy to me is the idea of like developing younger stars and stuff like that, right? And so everyone's like on the thing about Austin Theory, and it's like cuz he's only 24, and I'm like, Roman's becoming the face of the company. He's 37. Finn Balor is getting the biggest push of his main roster career. He's 42. LA Knight is projected to be a top guy at some point. He's 40. So it's kind of like I get the idea behind it, but like, come on. Like, we have to embrace these older guys because first of all, they don't look like it, they don't perform like it, and generally the older and more seasoned veteran they are, the better they are because they have way more experience. So I'm very excited because I mean, when you see it's like, oh, LA Knight's being brought up to the main roster and he's 40. Okay, well, he's got like 2 years in him. No,
No, he's gonna go till
he's got more than that.
he's
He
got like
also
10 years because Bobby Lashley's 50 years old. People,
yeah, something like that.
he don't know he's 50.
I know. I remember I sent it to you because
It's
you're really
fucking
bad with
wild.
age, thinking that fucking Sable was like 50 in like 2000. But
I
anyway,
thought Sable was like 45.
I know
in
she's 55
2003.
now or something.